Good morning, Alpaca. It is Senior Honcho on our spring forward day, so a little extra need of some coffee today since we lost an hour of sleep last night. Let's grab our cup and fill it up. Lots to do today. Lots to do. Alright, let's get a sip of this. Oh, that's good. Alright. We gotta get back out to Cooper Canyon. Gotta love that name. We actually need a launch this way. Let's get that set up. Oh, actually, before we do, we need to do some work here. We gotta figure out our design for our Cooper Canyon design here. Let's see, if we're going out... This is a 6x6 block. That's what we've been doing. And if we look at like our constructor, load balance constructor 6, right, that fits in this space here. We could actually bring that in a little closer, but I think we'll stick with this. We really need to get to where we can unlock some stuff in Tier 5, but we can get our Mach 3 one. That would really help us with our city designs. But I think we're going to do our 3x3 corners. We can do that on this one. Oh, I think we're going to start with just a basic foundation here. Just go ahead and throw this in. And zoop. I'm debating on doing like, I kind of want a basic design on these. I'm thinking these are going to be kind of a nod to the old school block factories for this, because it's very basic. So I'm thinking just walls. Just like that. But maybe to spice it up just a little bit, like very basic. Let's put a copper finish on these. Oh, that looks kind of cool. And maybe we put in some windows. I'm gonna kind of do like my Minecraft style. I come one off the post. And put in a couple windows. Let's go old school factory window. Yeah. And then let's go ahead and give those a Caterium finish, because we're also doing Caterium in this area. Give it a little something different, a little variety on the wall. That looks kind of cool. What's that look like in the sunlight? Yeah, it's kind of cool. And then I think what I want to do is we'll just put in a corner. Let's do... We want a small... Yeah, let's just do a small in the corner. Like that. Really basic. Nothing special. Just something to contain our factories. Kind of like that. I'm going to leave the floors the basic. I don't know what happened. That one got shifted. Or we could use a concrete floor. I think we'll leave it basic. I think that works with this design. And then we're going to put in our... Oh, you know... I goofed this up. We were supposed to go with 4s. Not 1s on the bottom. It's okay. This is a quick design. We'll get this done. I'll make sure I don't have anything extra selected. Okay. Try this again. Oh, coffee sounds good. Hey guys, how's it going, Jobless and Frank? Oh, Frank, yesterday's stream I put something in there for you on how to do the contoured rail. We laid some rail for our new city here, Quapper Canyon. Quapper Canyon. I still can't say that without giggling to myself. It's a mix. It's a mashup of quartz and copper, and I came up with Quapper. It's a Quapper of a tale. Sorry, I'm gonna giggle every time I say that. It's just gonna happen that way. You just have to deal with it. I can't, I know it's a stupid name. I do. But it just, something about it just tickles my funny bone. Alright. And it, where we're building this out is out there in, on here, I'll show it on the map real quick. So we grabbed our nodes yesterday for this. I've got my 3 copper nodes here, 3 quartz nodes here, 3 deuterium nodes here. All of these, oh, those are not pure. I'm gonna have to update. There's 1 pure and 2 normals. Okay, these are all pure. Nope. Pure and 2 normals, and all 3 of these are pure. Okay, let's update our modeler real quick for that and kind of show what we're doing. So I finally got that set up correctly. So here's Quapper Canyon. Um, in the story I keep telling myself with that is that, you know, you picture a guy that's been having a little too much whiskey in the saloon. It's like, I'm going to open up a town that's going to do all the quartz stuff and all the copper stuff, and it's going to be, I call it, it's quartz or copper and Quapper Canyon. No, Quapper, yeah, Quapper Canyon. And so that's the picture I get in my head is some old timer sitting in a saloon too wasted to be able to say quartz and copper correctly. He just slurs them together. I don't know. My mind is warped. Um, okay, so I already have, this is kind of the numbers I have out there for that. I actually don't show the rest of my calculations. I kind of went through and tried to balance this yesterday to kind of get an idea of what we're producing. I threw in some splitters and stuff to see because cable is one of those resources that I know we're going to burn through in Electronic City. So this city's probably going to get pretty big pretty quick. And if I do turn on the calculations here and kind of show you what I'm doing, uh, full calculations. So these are I have Mach 3s on 3 pure nodes, and then I'm going into, that'll feed 48 smelters fully overclocked, which will give us 3,600 ingots per minute. split that even between our other copper products and copper powder, and I'm still only going to get, um, it's only going to feed 6 constructors, um, and produce 300 copper powder per minute. It takes 200 per nuclear pasta. So, um, it's going to be a good thing that we're going to be running this a while before we set up a nuclear plant or before we set up nuclear pasta. Actually, we have nuclear pasta running, so this actually may not even matter because we're probably going to end up sinking most of our nuclear pasta anyways because we're slowly trickling it into the elevator right now. Um, it's a matter, and we'll show that. So this may not be that important, but I just was like playing with the numbers, brought it out to a splitter and split between doing sheets, which is going to give us about 450 per minute, and then into our copper wire. Uh, 60 constructors. I'm thinking that's 10 floors. This is going to be a massive building at this rate. And then throw that into a splitter uh, as well. And we're going to throw, actually, it'll end up being 2 splitters. We'll split one branch of that splitter again. So we're going to send 900 straight through. That's an even split. And then we're going to split the other 900 again and send 450 to the train. And then the other 450 will give us more. We'll feed in for more cable, and that'll get us to about 675 per minute on that. Hopefully, that will be enough to keep our electronics going with everything else. Because we also have to feed the end city, which is going to be building like automated wiring, adaptive unit controls, and that line takes a lot of cable as well. So we're gonna have to do that. Everything else, like silica, this quartz one may have to be rebalanced a little bit because I don't think we're gonna need this much silica. I think we're gonna need more quartz instead. I don't know why. Frank, maybe you know why is this number so weird? Why does this not look like the others? Did I do something weird with this? Like, did I somehow set this wrong? Partially full, full, empty, full, empty, input equals output. I'm not quite sure what these settings are doing for me, but let's just go input equals output. Oh, oh, okay. Well, no, I still don't understand. No, that really messed me up. Yeah, for some reason this 432, I don't quite understand where this number came from. I can't delete it. Maybe I deleted it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's a mystery, Scooby Doo. Let me just pull it out and put a new one in and see if that fixes my issue. No, not really. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. That's just weird. Oh, you know what? This might be. I think I know what's going on. I think that is backwards pulling numbers from out here because I do have quartz going in here at 8.04. I bet to feed whatever I'm making over there. I That's probably where that's coming from, but it's not doing it for everything else, so I don't know what's going on there. I got all kinds of weirdness going on. That's why, generally, I'm just using this for pretty pictures, so I turn my calculations off. Uh, let's see, general, and we just do none, and then it cleans it up. And this is kind of our world train map right now. So I've got one train going from here out to electronics, and then I have a train coming from here to electronics as well. And then for Steeltopia, I've got a train running from here to here. So that's why we switched gears from Steeltopia to Cooper Canyon, is because we need to be able to feed these two parts in to change this design. So I redid this yesterday as well. Uh, so you can see this, it simplified our city map here a little bit. Maybe not the conveyors so much. It's still kind of a switcheroo on what's going on certain belts. But it did line things up. It did reduce our number of blocks. Now we'll have this one train come in for these two parts, which will replace our copper station that we have in Steeltopia. And then we're gonna have a few less blocks up here. We were able to shift our iron stuff for screws down here and get our rotors done early, and then move into our steel parts and our uh, stators here. At the end of the line here, you notice motors is gone, and so are the copper parts. So the local copper is going to go away. All right. That being said, back to what we're doing here. So that's the Copper Canyon idea, and we're going to add quartz to that as well, and then also our quick wire with those, and we're going to build that city right out here, and kind of this junction just before the I could have called it Copper Junction. Hmm. I still like Copper Canyon better. Get out of here with that. So yeah, so that's the Copper Canyon, and if you know this area on the map, it's very kind of a southwest feel, with the deserty kind of rock pillars and stuff like that, and in rock formations. So I'm thinking more of a ghost town kind of vibe. So I'm going basic foundations with these kind of basic uh, like square box wall type, low design, high functionality, uh, that I've been doing. So kind of like that, except that we're going to make these a copper finish, because guess what we have a lot of in the area? Copper. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to put in we're going to go old school factory tiny windows like that, and those are going to have a Caterium finish, because we're going to have Caterium in the area too. I don't have a quartz finish, that would be weird. I guess we could do like a purple. That would be kind of quartzy, but quartzy. There's a new word for you. Quartzy. I'm feeling a little quartzy today. All right, and then put in our windows. So I was just thinking something like that, and then just to dress up the inside slightly, we'll put just a cement pillar here in the corner. A small concrete pillar right here in the corner. Just like that. Bring that up, and then we'll put a top floor on that, and that'll be our foundation. And that'll get us through our city layout. Lock that in, and then bring it. I don't know why I did it that way. I could have just built it off the wall. Actually, uh-oh. Well, that's no bueno. Well, and the lights go out in Georgia. Let's see. This me. You know, and when I checked the power yesterday, we were fine. Why did we just die like that? Oh, man, we've been drawing off battery for a while. I wonder if our nuclear went out. Shoot. You know what? That means I can't use my cannon either. Alright, let's get this back up and running. This can take a bit. I've got to Get some batteries charged. Oh yeah, I got no power. Oops. I'm like, why am I not flying? Oh, you got no power, dummy. Alright, let's I gotta set this differently. Oh, come on, get out of the water. Alright, let's see. Let's switch to, I'm gonna try Frank's method of running with the parachute. I've been watching him do it, and I'm kind of like, you know, I gotta try that. Yeah, I got a parachute, so yeah, little fly over like that. Oh, look at me just skip across the ground. I like that. Okay. So our power switch for this part of the grid. How is this? Oh no, he's gonna crash. We're gonna have a train crash. Hold on. Let's see if I can get him to brake. Come on, dude. No, don't go down that hill. Oh shoot, that's backwards. Get in here. Brake, brake. Oh, I can't brake. No power, no brake. Oh, this is gonna be ugly. He's gonna crash. Well, it was nice knowing you, dude. Sorry. Alright. Let's see. Here's my power switch. So I need to turn off this part of the grid. It says, oh wait, that was off. Why was, what? What? That part? Why was that part of my grid off? And that don't make no sense. Alright, we'll turn it back off. Well then where's my other power switch? I guess I got it closer to my power plant. Oh, don't mind if I do. Oh, I do have it. I have it close by over here, if I remember. Wait a minute. Or am I thinking of my other build? Did I not segment this off? I could have sworn I had a power switch right here. Oh, you know what? Oh, I got my saves crossed. Well, that's just Stinkowitz. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I don't know. I gotta think about how we're gonna get power back going here. I've got this going to here with no batteries, right? Do I have... Oh, okay. Well, let's get... Oh, I know. I got it. Okay, I remember. I remember where my battery bank is, and that's where I've got it segmented. Get off that belt. I want this belt. Ugh. I need to go off this way. Okay, right there. There's our little battery bank there. I think this is all the batteries we have, so we don't have a lot of runtime on all of this with just those batteries. But hopefully we'll be able to get this up and running here. Off of these geos. So I know, Frank, you said you don't use geos, so this is what I do with my... I got these couple geos here hooked up to this battery bank, and then I have a grid switch here, so I can take this out of the grid. And that's going to allow for these to start charging again once I turn this side of the circuit back on, like that. Well, I got something else mixed into this side of the circuit. This one. That should not be there. That should isolate it. While those are charging, I'm gonna reroute this one to that pole so that I don't lose whatever that was powering, because I have no idea. That's going up there somewhere. Probably doing something important. May not be. Don't know. But these are charging back up. Once we get a good charge on that, we should be able to turn the rest of the network back on and kind of find out where we don't have power going. That's unfortunate. So now I'm curious. So we learned the 3 trick before. 3 puts me back to... No. What did 3 do? Oh yeah. 3 worked. Put me back to a hover pack. Parachute to hover pack. Look at you go. Aren't you a darling? So where did my jetpack go? I hit 3 and my regular jetpack disappeared. Did I drop it? Where'd it go? Did it put it in here? Yeah. Huh. That was weird. So if I have a regular jetpack out... Oh, come on. Okay. I hit my 3. It put it... It didn't put it on my back, it put it into my depot. So I can only have one alternate back thing. So if we go parachute and put our jetpack away, we can pull these out because those aren't going in. Huh. That's interesting. So that hot, I don't know if you saw that, Frank, because I know you got this tip the other day for hot swap. Whoa. No, it did it to me again. And that put the parachute in there too. Now what the heck is going on? Alright. So open my inventory. I saw you do this and it was working, and I just had it working, but now it's not working. Now it's just putting it back in the depot. It's supposed to hot swap it to my back. Come on now. Move your home. There, now it works. Okay, so now if I open my inventory up again and I hit it, nah, I'm just putting it back in the depot. So yeah, something once if you ever unlock that depot thing, it seems to want to put it into your depot instead. That's unfortunate. Okay. Where are we at with the charge? We're at 5%. Ooh, it's like it's sucking me in. I don't know how much runtime we're gonna have on 5% power, but let's check it out. And turn the network back on. 13 seconds. I don't think that's gonna be enough to get. Yeah, and there's a train collision. That may actually help our power situation because these trains are gonna back up and not want to run. But we're gonna go out of power again. I'm betting my nuclear power plant is out of fuel. Dang it, I wasn't on parachute. So let's head over. There's another train collision. We're gonna have a mess on the rails because of this power outage. Oh, poop. Well, that didn't work well. See, because these trains don't have any brakes right now, they're going to find the low points in my network, depending on where they're at. No, I got 2 trains on either side of a network. They're going to find each other in a most inappropriate way. Okay, let's see. First, let's check and see if we're backed up on waste. No. So, our waste storage has not filled up. Do I have fuel rods? No. Do I have fuel rods in this one? Yes. So I have one reactor running. Oh, you know what? Oh, I wonder if I'm out of fuel in some of my extra fuel generators. But we do know we don't have encased uranium cells. I don't have enough encased uranium cells because I don't have that's coming out of here. I've got all my... Oh, we might be running out of concrete. That might be a problem. We might be low on concrete. Let's fix that real easy. Oh, was I stealing the concrete off of that? Wait, what is you and where are you coming from? Oops. Probably shouldn't have stole your concrete, dude. I'm gonna pull this dimensional depot. We're gonna move this over to our foundation city where we're making concrete a little more reliably. And we gotta check that concrete belt, or that limestone belt, and see where that's coming from. I might be splitting hairs there. Where are you going? Out this way. There you are. Ooh. You know what? I may be stealing all his concrete. Yeah, I'm splitting that off. Okay, we gotta get him some other concrete. How would he do on that? Because this, but you should be full. I mean, honestly, you shouldn't be running anything back. Well, no, you're not. Alright, so you're not running enough limestone to fill up this city. Well, I'm thinking. This is gonna be tough. I do believe oh, it's not, it's up there. Shoot. Okay. How do we get up there? It might be down, actually it might be down here further, now I think about it. I think we have a limestone node over here we might have to pull from. How we're gonna power it, I don't know. Like, how are we gonna fix this? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna manually juice the concrete when I turn the power on, but it's still gonna take time for that. I may have to go with a bio burner and burn some bio just to get another a fuel cell going, so that we can get that nuclear up and running and online long enough. What is... Oh, I'm already using this one for our steel city. Ah, crap. Alright, well that ain't gonna work either. Alright, let's get a bird's eye view here of what we're doing. I have this limestone node. I know I have a bunch of limestone up there to pull from. This isn't the only limestone node around here. Maybe check our map. I think I should have enough radar coverage in this area so that we can see what we're doing here. Oh, let's turn on resources. Skittle says good morning. Let's see. I like totally passed it, or I'm not seeing it. Oh, radar tower. Wait, hold on. No. Radar towers. Trains. Vehicles. Train stations. Wait, where's my resources at? Oh, I can't see resources because I got no power. Well, ain't that just hunky-dorky? Well, that ruins that plan too. Man, not having power really sucks. Because I gotta find... Alright, so, okay, we're gonna go plan B here. I do know we should have a full container of concrete over here. Because we are not feeding anything off of our tier 1 train yet. And this has to be, this whole town needs to be refactored or built back from the ground up. No, we're not completely full, but we're kind of full. And of course, I've got no room at the inn. Let's do this. That'll give us enough room to at least pull a stack to get things rolling. And then I think I'm gonna run. Oh, put this in our blender over here. This one. Give him some concrete. Now we gotta give him some power. How much power is he gonna need? 75 watts. And how much does a bio burner give us? I think it's 15. Pretty sure that's gonna be 15. 30. Okay, so I'm gonna need 3 of those. That'll give us 90. Luckily these things are cheap to build. I don't really care which way they're facing. I'm going to manually feed them. And we'll run those into a single pole here. And then run that. Shoot, we're going to have to figure out how to do this. Because I can't... This is where that daisy chain would be helpful. Because then I could daisy chain that bio burner in. I don't think that would matter. I still gotta disconnect this to get another fuel, so gotta keep an eye on our filters too, so we don't start taking damage from radiation. Alright, that should allow us to connect. Ugh, what a mess. Okay, then we need to power these up. What do I got? Oh good, oh man. Again, I'm out of... Do I have a workstation up here that I can... I thought I put a workstation on this platform. I didn't. Oh, you know what? You know what else is cheap to build? A crafting bench. So, come back over here where we need it. And we're just gonna pop one in real quick. Just like that. We're gonna make ourselves some room. We got proteins. We're gonna process some proteins. Here, I only have 4 of these. And 16 of these. Oh, we can do some power shards too. Usually I'll do these at the end of an episode. I just haven't been keeping up with it. My bad. Sorry. I've been slacking. Ooh, this is, tell you, give me a bit of a headache this morning trying to think about all this. This was supposed to be a rapid build day too. This kind of sets us back. Alright. Now that I have room, I can start splitting some fuel apart. I wish there was a way to split in even 3 ways, but it's like one of those math trivia problems. Like, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna split it 4 ways and just use 3 stacks. Yeah, I know. Now I should be able to turn that on. Yep. Okay. That should run this blender and get us at least 1 fuel cell. What the heck was that? I don't want to be hanging on to uranium. Thank you very much. That just seems like a bad idea all the way around. Okay. Well, it's good to know I can trash that. Because there's some, that way we can clean, as long as we got filters on it, we can clean up some of those irradiated areas that are annoying. Okay, that is producing fat. Now, the second issue is going to be then that is this. So it was definitely concrete was being our issue. Yeah, and our radiation level just went through the roof. Still don't have enough there. Yeah, hanging on to radioactive materials is a good way to burn through your filters real quick, like, just so you know. And the plutonium ones are, you could just watch, you could grab a plutonium fuel rod and you could just watch it. You watch the orange behind your filter just go. It's like driving a big old truck and watching the gas gauge. It's just like you just watch it drop. Okay, that should give us 50. And we need, how much power are we using? 94 on that. If we add another bio burner, we can swap our power to that and get a fuel rod. Wow. Okay. This kind of sucks, man. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie. Not what I was planning on doing this morning. That means I gotta update this. And we're gonna drop power from this. And we're going to power this instead. which means I gotta drop the power from this. Hit that up so we can get one fuel rod going. That's gonna take a minute. Actually, a couple minutes to produce. Once we have that fuel rod in, that should give us one in each reactor. I don't know which way the next fuel rod's going. It should go into the one that's empty, but no guarantees there. Because I have no idea which splitter. See that one has one in it. Our max consumption's 21. We're only at 6.5 usage. Man, what I've got going on, that I don't see. I wonder what gave out. I guess if it was the reactor, these are what, 2,500 a piece when they're burning. Yeah, 2,500. That would have been 5,000. Yeah, that would have done it. I mean, that would have brought us down quite a bit. Because 5,000 of the 6 that we were needing would have been from a nuclear. And then the coal plant up there and the geos that I have in network should have been enough to offset anything. I think the geos give me 75 inconsistently, but okay, so that gave us our fuel cell. Which way did it go? Did it go this way or that way? It should be sitting outside. Okay, we got one in there. Did we get one in here? We got one in there. Okay. All right. Well, let's give it a whirl and see if we can't kick this over. Let's see what happens. It's probably gonna fail horribly, but let's give it a shot. Well, it says we're charging. All right. Well, yep, that got us going again. Let's go check our different power supplies, and we need to repower these, get these back on the network, because that is not gonna be something that flies. I'm gonna turn these off. Come on. Oh, I can. I got power again. Give me a moment. There we go. Oh, I'm still stuck. Alright. Let's... Oh, I can't turn it off there. Let's turn those to standby. Broke those. Okay, good. And I want to take this boy offline here. Oh, I'm at blueprint mode. Okay. So we're going to do that. And... Actually, no. That's what I wanted. I want him there. And... I want him on that too. That should do it. Yep. Okay. So that should keep us going for a little bit. Now, we need to figure out that concrete situation so we don't run into that again. We have all 3 of those nodes used. We have all these nodes used. I have a node out here from where I'm at. I could pipe that in. Oh, I have a dismantle crate up there. Oh, we got another one over here we could use too. Oh, you know, I could have used this one for the steel instead of this one. But that is what it is. This one, we might be able to steal from that one. That one is not going to anything super important. The question is, how are we going to do that? Did you guys collide? Yes, you did. Okay. I'm not going to get you running yet until I get my power fixed. You guys can just sit broken for a minute. This train's running. Oh, and that's the one that's stealing all our limestone. So concrete jungle, stop out here. This boy should be full. Yeah, he looks like he's just sitting idle. So we've got lots of concrete here. Just sitting there, waiting to be used. And this limestone. Think. How do I want to do this? Well, let's see. Who is taking this? Let's have Duke Nukem come through here and pick up some, I think. I don't know, man. Just doesn't seem to want. You know what? I'm just going to manually juice this for now. Because I'm not quite sure what to do with this at the moment. And I really don't want to focus on it today. I'll try and fix that offline. But for now, let's get us back up and running. I mean, we're back up and running. Our network's back up. And now we're not stealing our concrete with a depot, so I can slam some concrete in there like that, and that's gonna keep us going. Okay. And I'm going to put my depot into our foundation city because that's really where we want it anyway. It's not going to be quite the way we want it. I don't know why all my lights are yellow over here. That's interesting. Concrete right there. And wait, I want to make sure I'm not double dipping because I thought I put one over here already for that. I did. So I had 2 different depots feeding concrete. Ain't that just ridiculous? Okay. Want it to be in here in our depot block. This is not exactly the pattern I plan on using. Oh man, this is going to be kind of ugly. This is definitely not the pattern I plan on using. My plan is to have these. This floor needs to come up to match the other floor, and then I can fit that dimensional depot on top of these, and we'll just have it feed right. Oh wait. Yeah. We'll position these so that our distribution to our train stations will be out of the bottom. Or actually, maybe we'll even do it the opposite way. We'll put the dimensional depots on the bottom and have those feed in, and then out of the top we can do our routing to our train stations. I actually like that idea better because I have to lift these anyways to go to the train stations most of the time. So yeah, that'll work. I'm sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice. I've been streaming a lot this week. So I need to hit my coffee to keep my instrument lubricated, as they like to say in the business. Alright, so we put this depot in here. Which one was concrete? Was it the first one or the second one? Or the third one? second one. This one here. So I'm just going to run this ugly over here like that. That will keep us feeding. Oh, are we not making concrete here? What the heck is our deal? All my belts in this town are empty. What is the deal? Okay, I see that stuff flowing in. I'm not seeing any concrete or limestone flowing in. Yeah, that's coming in from over there. This is supposed to... Oh. Well, that's why. That's why. Let's make... Are we getting concrete out? There it goes. There's our cement. Alright. Or concrete. Is it concrete or cement? Concrete. That's our concrete. Concrete, right? Yes, concrete. So that should be pushing some into our depot now. Once it gets sorted. Once it gets here. Hello. Where'd you go? Huh. I don't know. It's a slow trickle. That might not be our best solution. We might be underproducing there. That might not be our best bet. You know what I could do is I could juice the spiner. Let's see what we can, what are we running right now on this? A Mark 1. Yeah! Well, we can probably do something a little better than that, eh? We can do a Mark 2. Why the heck? I got all my... Why did that get pulled out? Wait a minute. Wait. All my stuff got jacked up. Well, come on. What was the other thing I had in there? My boombox. Oh no, I lost my boombox. What the heck? I'm gonna have to find it. It's around here somewhere. We're gonna have to listen to the default music. Alright, let's throw a Mach 2 on here. Because I don't have my fuse module frames. I can get some. I should, so I can do Mach 3s, but that's going to double that output. The other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just slam this. That gives us 300 per minute. That's going to be considerably more than what we were doing before. And it's going to keep everybody in business. Alright, hopefully that'll be enough to keep us in business. Now we got to go fix some trains. Luckily this one's close by. Show you how you fix crashes here. Train crash. Now, train crash is always going to derail 2 trains. Even though this one looks like it's on track, if you hover over it, it's going to tell you to re-rail it. Once you re-rail it, you have to jump in it and turn on the self-driving again. Once you're done, that train is good to go. Make sure you're doing these in order because this one won't quite reset. Maybe sometimes it will, but most of the time you're going to want to do those in a way that it's not going to overlap the other train. Alright, so those 2 are running. We got another collision note here. Our Steeltopia trains. Alright, we can take... No, we can't. We're going to fly over there. We're not too far away. And then from Steeltopia, we'll be able to shoot ourselves back over to our base and continue our floor design, which we are almost done with when this catastrophe happened. Hopefully we've fixed that concrete issue enough to get us through the day. Actually, increasing that miner to a Mark II and put it under full upgrade should keep us rolling. Where you, oh, here. Oh yeah, what a mess that is. Ooh, this one's bad. So turn him on. And it's the engine that you have to find. If you find the cars, it's just gonna, you can interact with those. Oh, I didn't know that worked. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. All right, this is gonna be an issue. We're gonna have to manually do this one because we're running a push-pull on this, and he was probably waiting, and then came down the hill when the power went out and caused this accident. What the heck? Back it up, dude. Why aren't you going backwards? It's trying. Come on. It's probably because that other train is pushing on my front as I'm trying to crawl this thing back. He's being impatient. Let's go, let's go. You know what? Let me try going forward with the other one instead. Grab this engine here. Run him up the hill so we're pulling instead of pushing. It's trying real hard. It's got to be because that train behind us is jacking with us. Because this should be climbing up this hill no problem. It's a very small train. Whew. Ugh. Have some coffee while we wait for this train to get out of the way. Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, hell. It's starting, I mean, it's moving. It's moving at the speed of smell, but it's moving. We'll get there eventually. I don't know why it's going so dang slow. I guess I could turn off that other train. That might help. I think we're almost there now. Surprised it's not speeding up. Would have expected it to speed up once it got rolling, but I think because that other train's pushing on us, it's being hesitant. Come on. So close. We're almost off that other rail. Once he can get by us, we should just be able to take off away from him. Yeah, I really don't know why this is going so dang slow. It's weird. Alright, let's do a little experimente. Let's turn his self-drive off. Was weird. We'll just back him up a little bit, hit his brakes. we're gonna move him. Hop back in him and move him backwards. See, hold on. Nope, nope. There we go. Yeah, now he's moving better. Yeah, so it had to be because, and then we can, once we get past that signal, we can turn on his self-driving. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Alright, luckily, let's pull him back to the station so he doesn't roll downhill before he can figure out what he's doing. Okay, now turn on his self-driving and he'll be under control. Okay, he's good now. Now let's go ahead and turn him back on. And we're good there. Okay, everybody happy again. Alright, we're back up and running. Jeez, oh Pete's. I hate when my power grid goes down. Such a pain. Alright, let's get back to base. Maybe we'll get some of our Copper Canyon some Copper Canyon built today. Jeez Louise. I was hoping to get Copper Canyon all built out so that we could move on to back to Steeltopia today, but kinda, where am I going? Oh my goodness. I totally went the wrong direction. I was looking at the wrong spot on the map. Oh, I should have just hit the other one and just did a 2 jump instead, but ooh, it's dark. Dark and foggy. I'm curious if I left where I left my radio at. I'm gonna have to find it. Oh no, oh no, come on, come on. Why the heck? Why don't I have any power here? Why you have no power? Oh, because I turned that circuit off. Yeah, none of this is power because I turned it all off. Okay. Okay. I do have 2 switches here. This is a switch too. I don't remember what that one turns off, but I might have to reset both these switches. Okie dokie. Did I just lose power again? Because I turned that on? Okay, we good. It's just because I turned that back on. This one I need to turn back on, and it's probably going to kill it again. Nope, we're good there. Okay. Okay. It's all good. Oh, dang it. Who crashed? Probably the bottom of this hill. Yep. Oh. Stinkers. See, that's what I'm used to. Oh, I see. I fixed it and then I got into the car. Okay. Yeah, it was because he lost power on the hill. So what, you came completely off the rails? Like, are you like at the bottom of the canyon? I've never seen it highlighted, like the, oh yeah, look at that. We got like crap scattered all over. That was a bad one. He hit him hard. Hit him hard. Alright. That wasn't too bad. We're gonna go ahead and ride him up back closer to base and see if we can finally fly in correctly. All in all, I don't think our train collisions were too bad. I think it could have been worse. With the amount of trains that we have in the system, that could have been a lot worse. Because we got a lot of trains. Oh, you big dummy. I could have drove around the map instead. That would have been faster. I gotta remember that. I've got a car to drive around instead of running around. Okay. Hey, look, we're back to designing. How about that? Alright. Let's put in our floor. And I'm going to lock this in on the wall like that. And I'm glad I rethought that, because that's where I want that floor to be. Otherwise we would have had a weird gap. Okay. That is our foundation floor. And I think that'll be enough to get us started. So let's go ahead and save this one off. This is going to be Copper City Foundation. We'll set this directory out here in cities as one of these. Oh, foundation steel. Oh yeah, foundation city floor, foundation city base, steel city base, steel city floor. Okay, so we're gonna call this. We want to call this Copper City Base. Try and keep our naming consistent. Copper City Base. Like that. And then our icon is going to be this one. NA. 8 meter by 2 meter. What? It's weird. Oh, I see. That's a 1. Oh, that's so strange. 2. NA. That's some weird icons there. Where's the regular base foundation one here? Foundation 4 meter. That's the one we'd be looking for. So grab that. And that's it. Save blueprint. Okay. That's our foundation. Let's go ahead and clear this. This is easy enough to rebuild, then it's just going to be faster for us to clear it. And we'll go ahead and start with our walls. Basic wall. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 out. 2 out. Go ahead and make these copper. And then grab it for the other side. 3 in the corner. 2 out. 2 out. Switch to Windows. Do an old school. Grab those. Paint them, carry them. And re-grab them. Put them in here. Then our concrete pillar in the corner. Put in our supports. Small concrete pillar right there. 1, 2, 3. Put another floor on and we're done. 2, 3. 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And I was putting lights in the other ones, in the steel ones, but found out that they get turned around when you turn the corners. So I'm just going to put them in manually after the fact. Same thing with the elevator spaces and stuff like that. Alright, that is our floor blueprint. Copper City floor. Set our directory to here, save it here, and go back here, pick our icon, which is going to be down here. This one, and we're good. Save blueprint. Alright, we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and clear that so I get those parts back. And then we need to be able to shoot ourselves this way now. So I'm just going to go ahead and extend out 3 and put in a new cannon. So blueprints, undefined, hypertube cannon. Do this. We're going to need to make 2 of these. I'm hoping, yeah, okay, I still have enough to make another one. And let's just run some power to that. Like that. Okay. Let's see if this will shoot us out to Cooper Canyon. We are heading that way. Yep, there's where I want my return cannon to be. There's our train stations. I should have collected all the parts I need to make our copper train here. So let's get him rolling. And before we do that, while we're here, let's get our return cannon set up, because that's very important for when we need to get more parts. We're going to set him up. And let's run our... Actually, what's this look like if I just run it from underneath? Yeah, that's not... I don't hate it. I don't love it. But we can do that. That works for now. And then... Let's see. We want to put in our copper train. This is our copper, right? This one... Yeah. Cooper Canyon copper. And we need our little stop on the end here, which I forgot to do. Let's throw this buffer stop in here. Bam. There we go. Now, put in our copper train. And I start from the buffer side so that I know it's all going to fit. And okay, so there's a train. Let's go ahead and paint this train our what are we going with? Base orange here on this one, I think. Oh no, let's give it a copper finish. Murder. Copper finish. There we go. Nice. That's definitely a copper train. Okay. Cool. And then we'll have a Caterian finish for our other ones. We'll make the other one purple for the quartz. That will work. Okay. This needs a name. This is going to be Copper Train. uh, come on, that's got to tickle you a little bit there. You know, it's just Copper Train. It's silly. It's just silly. All right, and we're just going from here to here. All right, that works for a timetable. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Cancel. Save changes. And we're not quite ready to turn on our auto drive because I missed one thing, which is something I always miss when I'm doing these. I don't always miss it, but I miss it a lot. Uh, I miss it like the sunshine. All right. Uh, let's see if we are good to go. It's going to dock here first. It's not. It doesn't have anything to unload, so it's just not gonna unload anything. We'll run this. It's a short train ride, so it won't take us too long to figure out. Hopefully I'm not skipping too bad. I do see him having some encoding issues this morning, so probably because I was doing some farm sim modding last night. Probably ate up a bunch of resources that I didn't get freed up. Yeah, okay, I don't hate that. And I think we got more spiders that spawned over there. I thought I saw them as part of us pulling into the station. I thought I saw some spiders running around. Cool, cool, cool. Lots of copper. I like that copper finish look. That's kind of cool. I haven't used that on a train. That looks awesome, actually. We might have to have our tier 2 train have this finish too. So let's see. There's a bunch of spiders that spawn around here from somewhere. Yeah, and he's hiding in there. I guess they're just hiding in between the rocks there. I would have thought that, yeah, train tracks don't end up causing it despawn. I think we're good here. As long as it picks up and unloads, we're good. And we can start building blocks out. I think I have these blocks kind of set up the way I want them. Alright, that one's set. Alright, let's get some... Let's kind of get an idea of how we want our blocks to be. So, I'm not going to have this, like, city planned. It's going to be more kind of like Main Street with buildings off the side. So, if this is, like, our main street, we are probably just going to build on these cliffs and kind of belt in and out going down, but I'm going to leave it dirt in the middle. So these are just going to be kind of floating blocks um, to match the design. So if we bring in our first block, I think we're going to go on this side. I think I'm going to use this cliff here since copper's got to go there. Let's see what happens when I do this. Let's see what we got for a footprint. Cities. Copper City base. So we're gonna have to do 4 of these. For this, I think. Losing power. Yeah, I kind of think I'm gonna just throw this in like here. And turn that around and what was it? It was blueprint. There we go. Okay, well, it wants us to go here first. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I don't think that... Did that go in right? Let's run down here and see. It did. Okay. Rock on, dude. And we're out of concrete. No, we're not. What the heck, man? That's weird. Usually when you end up getting enough. It says concrete 120. Oh, I am 1 short. Okay, never mind. Let's run power while we're thinking about that. Actually, we're gonna get some concrete back because we're gonna pull our elevator foundation. Yeah, elevators is a... I don't know if elevators works with this design. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of feel like this is a little bit more old school, but not really that old. I mean, there's some pretty old elevators. I think elevators are around late 1800s or earlier. And so, I think we can get away with elevators. I think I'm gonna put an elevator... Let's go ahead and put the elevator here. If the elevator's going to be there, then we should run power into this wall. That's gonna make everybody happy here. Wall outlet there. Yeah, so you see it clips into the floor if I put it there and bring it down 1 click from there. I could do I could lock it in and do a half click too if I wanted it closer, but typically that's where I'll place it. And then I think I move this power up here. I'm gonna go ahead and come off of this one and power the building. What the heck? No. No, that was just wrong. Go into there. And I think with this, we're probably going to power through our buildings. So we'll use that first floor to kind of be our power routing to our other city blocks as well. Yeah, so this is going to kind of be like eclectic blocks as we spread this out. Because these are kind of big for the canyon floor. So we're going to kind of just grab and support. So what we'll do underneath is when we finish the design out, we'll put in like some concrete support pieces underneath on the corners to kind of give it that feel that we're just building out over the canyon. And then we'll be leaving this road just kind of dirt. That's how we'll get in between. Maybe what we could do, and then we'll have to figure out like what would be our natural access into each block, just to kind of finish off that kind of city design, because we still want to be able to drive around or walk around and get into our factories. Alright, so with that, we should have enough concrete now to get this other base piece in. that. That should be correct. Yep. Okay, that's good. And which means we probably don't have enough to do our floor. Yeah, really gonna have to fix that concrete issue. In the meantime, while we're waiting for concrete to fill up, we could start running our, what was it? Oh, Frank told me how to get rid of that, and I thought it was on the delete select thing. Which one do we want our middle to be? I think if we just follow what we're doing with our modeler, we'll take a quick look at the modeler here. What we're doing, this is Steeltopia, that's not what we want. We want Quapper Canyon. Alright, so what we're doing here, looks like we got Deuterium in the middle. It doesn't really make sense for the way our structure is. I think we'll probably bring in quartz into the... Well, actually, it doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, let's go with quartz. Or, sorry, with Deuterium. Let's bring our Deuterium into the middle station. So we can match this kind of layout a little bit. Alright. So this is going to be... Let's go ahead and name this and set it to unload. So this will be Whopper Canyon Deuterium. That's set. We'll set this station to unload. We should have a ton of copper in here right now. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. And before we put the train on there, we're going to have to block signal that as well. Now, our Deuterium, we've got a special issue that we've got to figure out. It is below us. And I ran... There's our power line to it. So it comes down over here. And I hope I don't draw any attention while I'm doing this. So we need to run out from here with conveyor belts and up the side here into our station. And then we'll run the station from here, I think. Because I think we can go this way. Because there's our quartz nodes there. And we'll join in over there. I'm going to put the station like right in here and then run in the rail over there. So that we don't have to deal with this elevation except with the conveyor belt. That's a very good view of the swamp. You can see all the little waterways. You can't see all the bad things lurking out there, but you sure can see the layout. And generally we would do like aluminum over here, but coal is always an issue. We've got copper and bauxite and that kind of thing. We're gonna do our nuclear city over here in this pool here. Lots of water available for cooling the towers, and there's a uranium node just underneath the fall that we can, so we won't have to do any special transport of the uranium. But, and I think there's a sulfur node close enough by that we could probably just train that in as well, because we'll need sulfuric acid um, as well, and then we have like iron and copper. We have just about everything we need to do that. I don't have it planned out yet. I still have to do that. I think that's, I've got a couple more cities I'm collecting information on. The Duker city's one of them. But let's keep going with our copper here. We're already behind schedule, and I'm just, oh, we're out of concrete again. Alright, we gotta do something with this concrete issue. Because the fact that we're using the Foundation City, and Foundation City isn't getting enough concrete, so I think we're gonna have to do something with that. Luckily, we have our hypertube can set it back up so we can go back and forth. So unfortunately, our plan for today for Copper City has been derailed a bit. So I may work a bit of this offline to try and get this built up, because I don't like being behind schedule. And it's taken so long for us to try and get this all set up. Where? Oh, okay. I might have to add a section to that. I did figure out that we're going to put our advanced materials city over there on the lake. That turned out, looks like a good area for that. Wow, we're not even going to get close to our grid. We're going to fall way short. I'm going to try and land in the water here. Oh yeah, that's not great. These guys are fast. A little bit of an issue there. You know, and the funny thing is, I've got concrete like everywhere. And it just not where I need it. So I may put another dimensional depot on Concrete Jungle. I may, you know what we could do? I need to look and see who's coming through Concrete Jungle. That's what I think we need to do. Because that one is stacked, and I can take that train station and repurpose it to a push-pull that runs, that shares the line into Foundation City, and that should give us enough that we're producing more concrete. Because that other one is just it's the same kind of deal. It's just a 3, actually that's only running 3 constructors. We have 6 running in Foundation City. We just don't have enough limestone coming in to keep it going. It's just producing a little bit at a time, and that's because we're sharing that concrete with our nuclear facility. I'm gonna grab some from up here, because again, I've got concrete coming here. Look at all that waste. It's all going into my sink. Because let's go ahead and grab a bunch. That's way more than we need, but this isn't attached to anything, is it? Oh yeah, it's going somewhere. It's coming down here. What are you making? EIBs. Oh yeah, no, that's gonna go away. That's totally going away. Alright, let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump. What do I want to? Let me think about this for a second. I kind of want to. I'll dump one stack here. And put 2 more stacks in my inventory one. That's going to keep our depot filled. The rest will end up being our build stuff. Okay. So concrete jungle's right here. And we gotta see who is using this. And if it is only warehouse runner, no. Cool runnings shouldn't be. Nope. Copper top shouldn't be. Nope. Duke Nukem. Nope. Geek Squad. No. Motor City Madman. Nope. Orville. Nope. Radio Flyer. Nope. Roger Rabbit. Nope. I had another Copper Canyon, but it's not Copper Canyon. Copper Canyon's a different place. Rolex. No. I think Rolex was the one I just hit. Roscoe P. Coltrane. Nope. Steeltopia Coltrane will not be. Steeltopia Iron. Steely Dan. Nope. Is anybody coming to the station? Thomas the Tank. Nope. Tin Man. Nope. Warehouse Runner. No. And so nobody is coming to the station. Well, that makes things real easy for us. All we need to do is relay out the station. Ooh, we're gonna have a dismantle box. Because this is full. Nobody's using it, and it's full. Okay. Oh, but you know what? You know what's glorious? We're just going into this line. And okay. Oh, I can almost reach it. Oh, no, that looks awful. I don't like that at all. Gonna hit the top of that dune and then connect these together. There we go. And we need to take out this section. This no longer needs to exist. Okay. This comes out. This comes out. I want to extend this. Oh. That's unfortunate. I think it's okay. I don't think that's that bad. It's not super ideal, but it's not horrible either. Okay. Oh, see, no, I don't like this. Don't like it at all. I'm gonna tear this whole thing out and do it nicer. So I'm gonna take. I don't need. I only need 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. So we can bring that. We can take that off. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. We have a little bit of a sand cushion there. I think I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna reroute that one because it doesn't quite line up. Okay. Then we're gonna push another station down here. Line this up here. Yeah, that is. I want to make sure that's right, so I'm gonna lock that there and check it to make sure we're good. Okay. That gets us the kind of overlap that we want. See, now that's going into the ground a little bit, gives it kind of a nature reclaiming feel. I'm okay with that. Then we want our station platform here. Shoot. And it's overlapping with this one. Alright, here comes our first dismantle crate. Everybody watch for where it pops up. Where'd it go? I know for a fact they gave us a dismantle crate somewhere. Is that it? Oh, maybe not until we click off onto that. Do we get a crate? I don't know. I know I could not carry a full stack of concrete or a full train station of concrete. There's just no way. So that had to have gone somewhere. Oh, I see a dismantle crate this way. I don't know. It is going to show up somewhere at some point. Or we just like whacked a ton of concrete out of our system. Which would be unfortunate. Because otherwise I would have moved it manually. That would irritate the crap out of me if we lost all that. We have another container of it over there though, so not the end of the world. What is the issue? Creatures in the way. Dude, seriously? Move your butt. Come on. Come on, I didn't build any of this brand new. Why are you stuck? Am I seriously gonna have to blow your butt up so that I can build? Are you kidding me? You can stand up. Why don't you run away? Alright, fine. Sorry. Everybody turn away. Don't look. We're We gotta do something a little bit mean. It takes a few of these. Alright. For sensitive viewers at home, take a look at our lovely model review. Ignore what's going on behind the scenes. Nothing going on here.
I
Nothing
liked
to
you
see.
better before you did that.
Oops. Well, sorry, Ada. Okay. Well, creature's not a problem anymore. Yeah, let's just look over here. Alright. Unfortunate. Okay, we want this to come this way, and then we need another station in here. Going that way. Alright. So this is going to be Ruston Heights, Limestone 2. Okay. And we do not want concrete going in here. I'm really curious about, I'm gonna dump our extra concrete into our depot box over here. Just move all of that over. Let's sort that so we can see how many stacks we're getting in. Because I really should have a dismantle crate over here, and I don't know why I don't. But now that I have some space in my inventory, we should be able to get it back to the container at least. And actually, we don't need to mess with any of that, because this is just going to go away. Like that. Alright, that's a 2-hour mark. We're obviously not getting Copper Canyon done today. Because everything is just literally gone off the rails today. Very unfortunate. But we had power grid failure tied into our concrete lacking. Oh, well, I don't like that. Let's, don't like that at all. Let's bring it out a little closer to the water's edge. And then we can, yes, do that. I don't know if that's enough. Does the train clear under that? Oh, it does. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. It's amazing. To clear a train is actually a lot lower than it seems like it should be. But anyways, with our concrete issues, we didn't have enough materials to keep building blocks. And so that kind of led to us coming back out here to add some more limestone to our foundation city so that we can keep our depot populated, because we're limestone strapped. Okay, let's... Oh, this isn't powered yet because we're not connected. Let's go ahead and get him connected. Wrong button. Oh. Okay. Now we're powered here. Now we're taking in limestone off that miner, and we're going to increase the size of this miner as well. We're going to push him to a Mark II. There's our Mark II. That should get us enough. What kind of node is he sitting on? Let's see. A normal. Okay. At least it's not an impure. That's good. So we'll be able to run that and get... Now we've got two... At least that one's not being split. That other one was being split between two sections. This one is going to be just there. So it's kind of like we're getting 1.5 nodes worth of limestone now. No. Hopefully that will be enough to get us rocking on that. Oh, we do need a train here, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, Senior Hunter, you need a train. Ain't gonna deliver itself, dude. Okay. Let's see. So, put our buffer stop over here. Oh, come on. Act like you've been there. Buffer stop. Like that. Okay, that sets up that part. We've got that named. We need a train. Blink. Put him in there. Freight car there. And, oops. Wrong-o. And then our final one there. This is already set to load by default. Let's give him a name. This is Rustin Heights. Limestone Train 2. And at this, we're going from 2 to here. Save changes. Turn on self-driving. And then we gotta signal this before we have a collision. Alright. We need lock signals here. And here. And here. And here. That should be all we need. He should come up and wait for him to leave the station and be on his branch before coming in. I don't really need the bi-directional on that one because really the only part we're controlling is the station, but because this is the only section they're sharing, it would make sense that I don't need that one. But I already put it in. So I think we're good. Now, with the 2 trains, it is going to pause our production from time to time, but this should stay green. Hopefully this stays green through the delivery and keeps producing concrete while they're unloading. So far, so good. We are still green here. And I just heard him honk his horn, so he's leaving, and here comes more material. So we should now be in a constant production of limestone. And I expect that we will probably max out these at some point. I'm going to go ahead and juice him and him. Yeah, so that one's now maxed out and will stay maxed out as long as we've got a flow, but there's the end of that load. We're almost maxed out there. So I think that's going to be enough to keep these guys fed and producing concrete. That being said, we should also have... Okay, our depot is full here. That's good, and we have a little bit of a fill buffer there. We have not filled up our train station yet. But this should be filling up pretty fast now. Yes, it is. Okay. So that's going to end up backing up, and then we'll get a container full in our depot. Okay, that's good. We are finally all set here. Let's go ahead and shoot ourselves back over and head back to Coppertown. Now that we should have plenty of resources at our fingertips. And it does look like I ended up losing all of the stuff out of that train station when I whacked it. That was full of concrete, and I do not see a unless it merged with that box over there, which I would have thought we would have had multiple dismantle crates because of taking down a train station. So note to self, if you're taking out a train station, make sure you empty it first. Otherwise, you could be without. It works so nice. I you know, being able to just like shoot ourselves across the map is pretty cool, and the views are nice. You know, it's kind of a nice way of doing it because you get to just see everything, and it's all so peaceful from up here. We're not being attacked by spiders and hogs and spitters and hatchers and all the nasties that we get. Oh, we're not going to make it this time. We're going to fall way short. Way, way, way short. That's weird, because last time we made it all the way into town. It wasn't too bad. It was at least a safe run for us. Okay, great. Now we can actually do some real work here. Let's go ahead and get our concrete, or wow, I got concrete on the mind. Let's go ahead and get our first factory block done here. We need another floor here. like that. That goes in quick now. This is going to be a smelter floor because we got to turn that concrete ore into something. This is going to be our elevator block here. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one out. We're probably going to have to take out this support as well, but that's okay. I don't care. Let's run this direction. And I like having all those windows. We still get a lot of good light in here. And run smelters. We're going to have 12 smelters running in here. Why? Oh, it's trying to lock me to the blueprints. We got to go to default on this. I do need to put in one reference block in here so I can space this out. We'll put him in as a reference. Go back and grab that blueprint again. Smelters. And lock this in, and then we've got to adjust it to the front to back. I think we need to be there for that to lock in, right? Yeah, that looks good there. And then we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're pretty close to where we want to be that way. That should be centered. I think that gives us enough room for that belt not to clip through the wall. I think that is right. Let's go ahead and put that in. We can, because it's a blueprint, we can also take it out real easy too. So that's the nice thing. Let's go ahead and see if we... I'm going to try something too. I'm going to go ahead and put the mergers in right now. Conveyor merger. There is our connection. We do want it going the other direction, so that's good. Yeah, we're going to have to put our lights in too. And our elevator. So that's good. I'm going to belt these together. Wow, it is really dark. Oh, headlamp works. Okay, so that is the half that we want. I think, because I think this, I've got this as, yeah, this is unidirectional, or bidirectional, so we can put it in either way. Now, what I wanted to try, and we won't know until we start running ore into it if this is working, but it's not going to be a huge change if it doesn't work. I want to go to auto connect mode. I want to flip this around, and I want to lock this in so that I can nudge it into place, and it should be there, I do believe. Yes. Now, if this auto connect works, what the heck is that? I see. That's where it's trying to connect it. That's the link it thinks it wants. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that isn't what we want. Alright, so this is not going to connect up right. We gotta... it didn't do a good job of figuring out what we wanted. Because if we put a copper ingot on here, like that, you see it's not flowing in. So we have to reconnect all these belts, and then it will flow through like that. So we just take these out. It's a bit unfortunate, and I thought about maybe taking the belts out of this blueprint for that reason, but the problem is that these these are all kind of a half nudge off um, because of the way the smelters are laid out. Um, they're not easy to place the mergers first. So I kept it in there and just delete the one side so that I can attach them to the belt. It's a little bit quicker build, and that's why it's done that way. Wow. Okay, we're gonna be kind of tight to the elevator here on this floor. We may have to move the elevator to this back corner so that we're out of the way of the input. Let's do that. We haven't put it in yet, so put that floor back in and this floor back in. And we'll take out these two. That'll give us room, because we don't need the room on the output side, but we do on the input side, because we will be running a manhole here. We're going to back that up and bring it in off the wall. I think we're going to go all the way back like that. And this, we need, actually we're going to need to run this from the bottom first. And we're going to need a wall hole. Let's go ahead and bring, let's see, that's our station. Let's go ahead and use a wall hole centered on this one. This is the only place we need copper ore coming in. Not too concerned about routing this to other blocks right now. I'm just going to do kind of a default location there. Then we run this down. This is to be an input. So we reverse that to an input. And run that out like that. Okay. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now if we go up top, we should be able to connect that in and balance it out. In. Throw a splitter in here. Yeah, let's go ahead and make it look like that. Connect that. Connect that. I do not like that. Switch that to straight. There we go. That looks good. Like that. Excellent. Okay, that's going to be we've pissed off a hog somewhere. And probably the one on the cliff. It sounds like he's trying to throw stuff at us. And that feeds both load balancers, and because we're running it on this side, we're not running against the wall. Okay. So that should be good input. The output we will do as needed, but that's going to come out on this floor. So we'll probably run it right straight out this wall. As our first part of our spline belt. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This is going to have to go 3 ways. We might actually split it 3 ways right here and send it out our 3 directions. That might be. Is that how we want to do that? No. We could split it once here. Send one out to copper powder and the other one out to our wire and cable blocks. Because we're going to have to split those again before they go in, which I think we're probably going to do on the first floor of the wire block, because we're going to take half of what we get in there and send it to, no, sorry, scratch that. It's the wire that, you know what? I don't remember. Let's take a look at our plan. Oh, sheet. Gotta split it again from wire to sheet, which we can, yeah. So I think what we'll do is we'll do that on the first floor of the wire block. We'll split that. It's the wire that we then need to split twice again for cable in our depot. So we're gonna have a couple different splits on that. We don't necessarily need to split it because we're going to be producing a lot of this stuff, but that was an attempt to try and balance the numbers. Because we are going to use a lot more cable than we're going to use wire. Okay. Oh, you know what? I wasn't showing the modeler. Yeah, I had the modeler up and was looking at it. But you get the gist. We're splitting stuff apart. So I do want to split our ingots at least once here. Well, hang on. Let me think about this for just a minute. Because we're supposed to be doing all our logistics on the first floor. I may send this output to the first floor and do the logistics there, and then run it back up to our second floor bridge. But with this layout, we may not need a second floor bridge. Alright, we are just going to put a manhole in, center this one. This is going to be yes and in. Run this belt from here to here. We're good there. Alright, let's get our recipe set here and our power set up, which means getting our elevator in. Let's go ahead and put our, I don't want to get us stuck. Oh, you're running around on my factory? Dude. Rude. So rude. Oh, and then you're gonna spit rocks at me too? Yeah, eat bullets, dude. Turd. Around on my factory floor. Get out of here with that. Weak. I'm hoping this is close enough that that's going to keep him from spawning back. Elevator, elevator, elevator. We're going to need to take this out. I know that for a fact. And let's see if we put in our elevator. Ba da 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 da. Turn it that way. Drop it down. Spin it round. Bring it up. Lock it in. Cool. Now the only problem is I don't have power to it, and I don't have a way to get back into the building to run the power to it. So we have to take a wall out, fortunately. Because we need to do this. I think I'm just going to run it. Actually, you know what? Let's get our lights in on this floor. Man. Sorry, Skittles being real chatty today, and now he's screeching, which is just an awful, awful sound. I don't know what his deal is. Hey, bird. What's your problem? Huh? Bird? What? Huh? Huh? He'll actually say, huh. Like, huh? Yeah, but he's not doing it today. Uh, he's just being a turd bird today. Yeah. Skittles is a kayik. And one of the way they describe kayaks is the medium parrot that is the clown of the parrot family. And he is all of that. He is a big old clown. Silly bird. He'll do things like push himself around on his back on the bottom of his cage. He'll hang from the top of his cage like a bat and walk around like he's like, on monkey bars. He's funny. He likes to laugh with us, like when we're laughing. He'll laugh. He does this funny little. He doesn't do it as much as he did when he was a little younger. But he used to be when he was like on a flat surface, he would hop. He was excited. He'd go hop, 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 and do that. It was pretty darn funny. Uh, but yeah, he's cool, but he's loud. Let's see. Let's. Oh, lights. We wanted light. Organization. Ceiling light. There we go. Let there be lights. I am actually going to run the power on that on the back side. There and there. And the nice thing about lights is they daisy chain. So I can take this and go 1, 2, and daisy chain that down. Just like that. And now we have power to our elevator. What we don't have is second floor access. Gosh darn it. That means I've got go back up here and take a wall out or a floor out. Let's take a floor out. And yeah, I'm not crazy about the power situation here, but let's grab this and nope. Grab this and grab a floor. Stop here. That. Then let's go ahead and run power a little differently here. From here to here. And then from here to there. And that'll get us all the power we need. So everybody should be yellow, red. Why are you red? No recipe yet? Of course not. Control C, because I forgot to do that. V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. All the way around. You get a recipe and you get a recipe. Everybody gets a recipe. Alright. Should be all yellow down each line. We are. All we're waiting on now is ore. Or what? Or the copper. So let's supply some copper ore to this bad boy. Bad boy. Let's see. Bring it out to the end here. And I think we're in straight mode. Look at that. That's awesome. That'll work. That'll get us going. Should hear it kick up. Yep, there she goes. Okay, we're making copper ingots. First block is working. Second block. So I think we're gonna go Caterium over here on this side. Do we want to do Caterium or do another copper block? Let's go Caterium. I'm kind of excited to get this rolling out of that cave. Let's head over and let's do some Caterium. quickly, and then I think we'll probably call it a stream from there. Because I think this is going to take us to the 3-hour mark on the stream to get this done. And I'm going to risk running out of power to take the shortcut. Okay. Once we get this all built in, that won't be an issue. Oh man, there's a limestone node right there. I could have just used that, but it's not. Actually, I couldn't have. I didn't have enough concrete to even do that. Okay, let's get some platforms in. Let's go with 4-meter platform. Figure out we need to go 5 wide. I think we're gonna let's get it on grid. No, let's not. I'm gonna go here, go out 5. I think that'll work for us. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And then go this way, another 5, like that. And I think that will be a happy Caterium station. Yeah, I think that's going to work just fine for us. Just fine. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one more out here and bring this out over the edge. I'm not sure we're quite far enough on the edge. Maybe we are? I think I want to bring it up through manholes though, so I'm going to put one more for the manholes. And we're going to do 3. I'll do 1 in the center and 1 on each side. And that's going to be 1 for each of those. Now, 2 of these are probably going to have to merge. Oh, I didn't think about that. Maybe we just lift up 2. Because I do have to merge 2 of them. Oh, I don't have 3 pure nodes. So if we put the pure node on 1 and then merge the 2 normals, I think that'll work for us. I think that's our most efficient way of doing this. So we'll do that. So we're gonna bring up 2 like that. And then 1 will go to the upper and 1 to the lower on the station. Let's do some hillbilly landscaping here. Bit of explosives. Oh, you want some too? I'm sorry. Did I forget to give you one? Did I forget to give you one? Yeah. Here, throw another rock so I can blow you up. There's 1. Yeah, stay right there. Oh, that didn't clear my area. You ran away. You ran too far away. Alright, well. 3 of those and you're down. We gotta take this tree out. I guess we gotta take him out from the bottom. Man, the bird is being noisy. What are you doing, Skittles? My goodness. I'm gonna have to create a Skittles sticker or something. Wow, you are being. Oh, well, that's prettier than your chirp chirp chirp. Are you excited because it's sunny out today? What's it supposed to be? We're supposed to get rain today, but it's really pretty out right now. I think I might have to get outside and do some stuff. It's finally warm. Like, let's see, what's our local temperature today? Oh, it's only 44 degrees right now. That's still a bit chilly. And I still might go for a walk though. Okay. We need our station. Let's put our station in. Let's get it. And then we'll run the rail. Then we'll feed it. Because the rail's going to give us power out here so that we can fly around without losing power. So station, and freight, and station. Like that. And buffer stop. What? Okay, I thought that was weird. Wow, he is just not making nice noises today. Skittles! Buddy! Oh, awful. He's in a mood. Not a fan. I don't know if you can hear. I'm betting you can probably hear him. No, actually, I just did a mic check as he was screeching. You can't really hear him. Alright, my noise canceling headphones are working pretty well. The sound filtering is pretty good. It's not picking him up. At least I'm not seeing it register on the audio input. So it's just something I have to deal with. Yeah, fine. Alright, let's run some rail. Rail, 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 rail. Rail, 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 rail. Railway. Let's do that. Let's get to where we can fly so we can see what we're doing. Let's go ahead and run it around the mushrooms. There. I actually don't want to go right through the quartz nodes. I think I want to go around this way, around that tree. Straighten that out a little bit. Let's do that. Yeah, we're going to run down this road here. Short sections make for better terrain following. Right. So if you don't want to be clipping through the dirt, I hear a power slug. I see a power slug. I am collecting a power slug. Power slug gone. Yeah, I really wish rails would kind of kill spawns of animals because, dang it, because of this kind of junk. Right, now I aggroed both of them. I don't think either one of these throw rocks, so I think I'm good. Let's go here. And then we'll connect in here. Like that. Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that. And now we have power through here, so now it won't be dropping in on them. Oh, you know, I did find something out earlier. Where is this radiation coming from? Oh, I don't know where this radiation is coming from. Where is that radiation coming from? Something around here is kicking off radiation, and I don't see it. Oh, it's in there. I think I know what's in there, and I do not want to open up that Pandora's box. Well, let's do some landscaping here. Now, the rails will keep those from growing back there, I believe. I do believe that is a true statement. Alright, we can run the top of our conveyors now. Let's go low on the inside. And not gonna have quite enough runway to be able to do that, so we'll do that. Then, for this one, I think we need 2 lifts for this, if I remember correctly. Let's see, where did we put that other split? There. Yep, 2 gets us at the same level. Run this, and that should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should keep us level to here. Or level enough at least. Looks like straight level to me. And then in there like that. Alright, so those are going to be our load conveyors. No, they're not. I've got those backwards. So I gotta take these out. Should have ran them from the port first. Those are the output ones. I want the input ones. So that one and that one. And then for our lifts, we need to be going out, not in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those connect up nicely. And we're good. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. The belt is running the right direction. Alright, now for the fun part. We have to drop these lifts down to the ground. No, I don't think we're we can't get it in one shot. Oh, but that works. Actually, we come to. I think if I bring them down to this cliff, this may work out well to avoid the clipping. Because if I come out here, I don't clip that, and I think we're not quite all the way down, but we can bring that back to the inside. There. This is why I didn't want to run a train down here, is because this is a large elevation change. And I think there is good. Okay, so now back here, we need to find which one is our pure node and which ones are our normal. So this is a normal, that's our normal, so this one must be our pure. Yes, okay, perfect. We're going to merge these 2 together. So let's put a merger out here. We're just going to landscape merge that. Let's see. And let's swing it over kind of in line. So we're running kind of a straight shot to our lift. Like that. And we'll run one out to here. I don't think I want that to be square. Curve? Do we want curve? Sure, why not? Why not? Mix it up a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and run curve out to here. Alright, and to go out here a little bit. Pop that up one. And then out to our left. Oh, that looks good. Okay, good. Alright, so we have Caterium being delivered to the station now. This one, we are going to cross over the top of these. Oops. And bring that out to the same spot. It's not locking to that, so I don't think it might be. That's clipping a little bit. We'll bring it up one more. Just because we're crossing over, I'm going to give it a little extra height. And then down into that, and we are good. There we go. We are now delivering on both sides with those. More than enough Caterium for what we're going to be doing. Actually, we're going to have so much Caterium, we might want to consider using some Caterium alts. For some of our recipes. Okay, let's name the station. And this is going to be Copper Canyon Caterium Mine. Like that. And remember, we only have to do the outside station. The inside station name doesn't matter. It's this there. It's more there to facilitate the push-pull of our stations. Actually, you know, I may have to test that. We may not need the second station. Yeah, we do. For the direction change, I think we do. But I may do some testing. I'm not convinced we need that second one. But we might need it for the direction change, because those do have a direction set on them. Something to test, though. Because really, in the timetable, we're just specifying that one in the other one. And without this station, I mean, we will need the two engines, but might be able to replace this with an empty platform instead of a full-on station, which would eliminate some of the stations on our map, because each one of these is getting two stations. Anywho, something to think about, something to try out. Maybe we could try it out here, I guess, but we already built this one. We'll try it out with the quartz maybe, because we still have to do a quartz binding station as well. So I didn't think about that before, but it would make sense that we wouldn't need that other station. Paint that one Caterium. Look at that shiny metallic. So cool. Alright, this train, I think we put everything in place that we need. Copper Canyon, Caterium, train. And edit that timetable. Yeah, so we have the Copper Canyon, Caterium, and the mine. That's it. Save changes. Let's go. Oh, probably should signal this so it doesn't crash. But we're up there going the opposite direction, so we're alright for right now. We're going to have to signal both ends of this common section. Nothing to unload here. While it's doing that, let's go ahead and get our signals in so that we're not entering this section. Again, I don't know if I need both directions on that. What if I do this? He's gonna sit there until I get this all figured out anyway. I just want to make sure these guys don't enter this way when there's a train on this section. And I don't want them to enter this way when there is a train on that section. And I might need... Okay, I do need both direction signals on there because it doesn't like it when there's not. Although it was okay with... No, we're still gonna do it that way. Yeah, because that marks off the sections correctly. I can see the color changes working correctly when I do that. And that's what we want. We want to see those colored sections being accurate. Okay. Cool. Cool. And we are picking up Caterium here. Yay. Good. Wonderful. Let's hop in. We'll take a ride back. And make sure we're getting it delivered. And I think that is where we'll call it for the day. I guess we can put in one more foundation. While we have time, we'll cut it at 3 hours. Because we are done with the Caterium delivery once we watch this unload. Look how pretty that is. All shiny. Into the station we go. And make sure we have our unload set. Yeah, I see it moving. That's a good sign. We are delivering Caterium. Good enough. Alright. So our next city block then, we'll put right over here. And grab city copper base. Let's go... If we go here... Seriously, you cows have to just not. That's... Yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Just not. Yeah, I think we want there. I think that'll work. And then go to blueprint mode. Get that in while he's out of the way. Oh, now we've got power out here, so we don't have to worry about dropping out of the sky. There we go. Actually, we might be able to get this whole factory built. Go ahead and put it in the floor. Look at how quick those go in now. That is fantastic. I love it. We actually ran out of iron plate. Wow. Where am I making iron plate at? I think I know we're making iron plate at Foundation City. So I think offline I'm going to rework Foundation City because now we're starting to need a lot of stuff from there. Hmm. Hmm. Need some coffee to think about that. Well, it doesn't look like it's going up, does it? That's that's concerning as well. That if I do that, oh okay, there it went up by one just now. If that, yeah, I'll have to find where that's being populated because I don't think those are being delivered to the old warehouse anymore. Which means I am pulling those plates from somewhere else in my system. And because they're not, we know they're not coming from Foundation City or Dustin Heights because we just only have the one depot set up there right now, which is the depot for concrete, which we did today. And look at that concrete number just climb beautifully. We are not going to have a concrete problem moving forward. But now we do have an iron plate problem. That's unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate. Alright, well, I guess then this is where we call the stream today. Because we, I mean, well, we got a few minutes. Let's run our Caterium into our building. We don't need plates for that, I don't believe. Or not that many. We can run, we don't want that, we want straight for this. We're going to run our Caterium out to the edge like we did before. Let's go ahead and do our straightest shot. Like if we go out straight shot to here, I think we want our hole to be there. Logistics, conveyor wall hole, I think. Let's try there. Let's see what that looks like going across there. Nope, that was a miss. Okay, let's come over. Looks like maybe there. Nope, that was too far the other way. So one click back. So we're just going to go right next door to this one. Right there. That should be where we need to be. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Alright, so we've got delivery going on there. We're coming through on this one, and we're gonna run power to this wall. So let's use this as our elevator shaft. Like that. Okay. Cool, cool. Then we will be centered going up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right here, center. Put our manhole in one off like that. Bring it down, spin it around, switch. Wow, that lyric worked really well for what I just did there. Yeah. Okay. We actually have Caterium being delivered to our second floor now, which is great. Let's see, do we have enough? We probably don't have enough plate to finish this off because of the rate that that was coming in seemed pretty slow. Yeah, we don't even have enough for one more yet. Okay, well, that is going to be something I will fix offline for us. Whoa! Ran out of power there. We could actually run our power over since we know where the elevator is going to be. We can do that. We got to take our elevator in because we don't have a door yet. We'll have to figure that out. Where is our door going to be? Oh, and I got to find my radio. I don't know where my radio went. Okay, first floor. If you please. Thank you. Let's see. Power's coming in there. We want to go across the street with it. Let's go ahead and run a power connection. Because we can't do it from there because we're already daisy chaining that one. We could come back off our... No, we can't come off our elevator either. Okay. So our only choice is to go this way. And 1, 2, 3, that's middle there. Okay. So we're... Oh, I wanted that socket anyways. Because that's our two-sided socket. Alright, let's go back to the roof. Da, 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 da. Yeah, very calming. Okay. Then we run this across the hall. 1, 2, 3 in the middle. That's going to be the floor. 1 down, right there. Cool. Now we have power in the building. And we can put in... we could put our elevator in. Because we do have that available. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Transport. Elevators. Yeah, that takes steel beam, so that's fine. Turn that way, bring it up. And, oh, we gotta come up here. Here. To there. And then we can put our floor stop in there. And then we just power it from the first floor, which we cannot get into because we put an elevator in. Let's see. And this goes to this. Like that. Alright, now that's powered. Put that back in. Okay. Now we can go to our different floors here. Ah, thank you. And I don't think we'll be able to put our smelters in yet. And this is actually a good time to call it. So we have things going in our Cooper Canyon city build. Ran into some issues today, lost power, had to figure out how to get our nuclear reactors back online, which was we found out we were constrained on concrete, and that led to us being constrained on concrete for building as well. So we ended up having to go back and fix all that. We now have concrete. We're now strapped for iron plate. So I'll have to do that offline. We did get our copper being delivered and processed into copper ingots at our first block of Cooper Canyon. And we got our Caterium mining station set up out there with its train and delivering Caterium to Cooper Canyon. On our second block, we got almost the second block framing put up. We did get the Caterium routed to the second floor, and we got our elevator and power set up. So we'll be able to finish off this block pretty quick. It's going to be basically a carbon copy of this one, just with a Caterium ingot recipe instead of a copper ingot recipe. That will leave us with our quartz to come in as our third one, and we'll be able to run those quartz blocks as well. And then we will start doing our processing blocks, which will be our silica, our quartz crystal, our quick wire, our wire, copper sheets, and cable. And then we'll depot it up, send it out, and figure out uh, where our main line over here is going to go. I'm Senior Honcho. I want to thank you for watching and your subscribes or follows or whatever you're doing on your end to show that you like the content. Um, don't forget to go ahead and thanks for sticking around, Jobless. Don't forget to follow on Discord as well at Senior Honcho. And until next weekend, which if you want to catch me on a couple other streams, I'm playing No Man's Sky on Tuesdays and Farming Simulator 25 on Thursdays. Check me out on those. And I will be back with the morning coffee next weekend, hopefully with some of these issues resolved, so that we can build out a little bit faster than what we're doing right now. But I do like these copper buildings out here. I think they look they fit the landscape pretty good. So I think our design for this is works for kind of our old school factory look. Um, so until next time, thanks for watching. Jobless, thanks for sticking around, and we will catch you next time. Until then, keep building, stay efficient. Adios.